All right, guys, welcome to Peloton People, Season 4, Episode 2. And today I am joined by Kate Franny from up somewhere in Connecticut by a swimming pool, which looks really, really nice. And then Heather, what's your last name again? Heather Stutz?
Stutz, yep.
Stutz, okay. Heather Stutz, all the way from Florida. No, Alabama, excuse me. All the way from Alabama. And she should be sitting by the pool. Like, there's something wrong with this picture. Like...
It's too hot.
You just don't think of somebody in Connecticut in September sitting by the pool and somebody in southern Alabama, inside not by the pool. So...
Yeah, I'm enjoying it while I can before we're down to single digits. So
now, when you close it, do you put a cover on it and all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds
What's
good.
your temperature today?
I think it's like 80 today, which is very weird for this time of year.
Same here. We're in
90 here.
79.
What are you, Heather?
Nice. I think we're pushing 90 right now.
Yikes.
Yeah, like high 80s. Yeah, we'll get to like 89 today.
I think we're close to that.
Yeah, it says real feel is 91. So yeah, it's hot.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining me here today. And let's see what else I had for you guys. I actually wrote down some notes. Oh, dog story, Heather. So Heather, you're thinking about getting a new dog. I can't believe this because I didn't think you would go there again. But as dog people, I get it. We just can't stay on the sidelines forever.
Yeah.
So tell us about this new puppy maybe coming into your life.
Yeah, I'm a huge dog lover, and my last dog passed away almost 2 years ago. October 5th will be exactly 2 years. So, I was kind of waiting for some things in my life to settle down, divorce, move, buy a house, all that kind of stuff. I had to put up a fence. So I was kind of waiting for things to fall into place before I started really looking. And I am working with a rescue up in Birmingham called Adopt a Golden. So they're technically a golden retriever rescue. Of course, they have mixes and they pull other dogs out of kill shelters in the Birmingham area and all over Alabama. And so I went to an adoption event yesterday in Birmingham. So it's about 3.5 hours north of me. So it was a long day of driving. I drove up to Birmingham, went to the adoption event, and just fell in love with this dog. I'm gonna have to rename him because his name is Mr. Darcy, and I'm not really a Jane Austen fan, and I don't really care for the character of Mr. Darcy, so I will be renaming him. But I'll try to show you here. It's hard to see, but he looks like a Great Pyrenees, actually.
Oh wow!
So he's about 2 years old, 80 pounds. Big boy, but he was so sweet. He came right up to me, just kissed me all over me, and it was just so sweet and chill and calm. And he has a vet appointment tomorrow, which is why I couldn't take him home yesterday. So they want to do a final health check before he's released for adoption, but I should be going back next weekend to get him. So very excited.
Nice. Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a dog?
Yeah.
I do. I have a mini golden doodle.
Oh, a mini one.
Yeah, he's about 20 pounds. I was going to have him out here, but he tends to bark, so maybe I'll tell my husband to let him out and he'll make an appearance.
Willow's back here behind me, and then Ross is here actually this weekend too, and he's in there. Now he's big. He's a real golden doodle, and I want to say he's at least 60 pounds. He's a big dog. So anyway,
I like the big dogs. I'm a big fan of the big ones.
I don't know. I kind of like them both. Like Willow's little. She's about 25 pounds. And I mean, there's pluses and minuses to both. Like it's way easier for me to pick up Willow than it would be for me to pick up your new dog. That would be hard.
I know.
Yeah,
okay,
I prefer a 40-pound dog, but we obviously weren't sure how big he was going to be full size, but he only made it to about 20 pounds. So
that is really cool. That's a nice size too. Okay, so here's a story I got for this week. I get on to do some Pelotoning this morning, and I just pick, because I usually pick a day, and then I'll just go down and do every class on that day. So with the news, and there was big news this week. Do you guys use that site domestique.net? Do y'all use that at all?
No.
Okay.
I've poked around on the web version, but I don't use it regularly. I've played around with some of it a little bit, but only on the web. I haven't used the app or anything.
Well, it's shutting down, and that's kind of what I was using to pick my classes. Like I'd go, because you could search by day, and you could go on there and pull up all the classes, and so I would just, put 10 classes in my little stack and kind of go from there, and then I'd refill it, and then but then they announced this week that they're quitting. I guess Peloton's changing the way that they provide stuff, and it sounds like Domestique doesn't want to go through the expense of having to rechange all their stuff. So they're just kind of throwing in the towel, and it was all free too. In the thing they had said they were trying to get to like a freemium model where you would have paid subscriptions, but they never got to that point. So they're just shutting it down supposedly in November. So I'm like, well, I got to think of a new way, because I really like my system. So this morning I went on and I bookmarked just all the classes from yesterday. So, and they're all in order, so the first class up was a 30-minute run with Marcel. Is he the German guy, Kate? Marcel?
Yes, Marcel. Marcel Mauer.
Okay, so, and I mean, I just was listening to my own music. I wasn't even listening to Marcel talk, but it does have captions on the screen now, which they used to not have. So that's kind of cool. I can at least see what he's saying. And so I'm about 3-4 minutes into this run. And who pops up but Kate right here by the swimming pool. And she just it's like I'm standing still, Heather. She just runs, boom, right by me. And here's the thing that's really embarrassing. I've been running at a level 3. And today I was feeling really good. I lifted some weights. I was feeling great. I go, I'm going to do a level 5 today. I think I can do it. And so I started at level 5. And of course, it didn't matter. Kate just, boom. And for half a second, I thought about going with her. I was like, maybe I should see how long I could hang on to her. But I was like, no, that's the dumbest thing ever. I know she's way, way, way better than me. And so I just had to let her go. And then of course my internet went out with a minute left in the class. So yeah, Kate, you're really fast. And on the leaderboard at the end of this class, Kate was number 2 on the whole leaderboard. Now that's not as impressive as it sounds, because it was a German class, and really only a handful of people ever take those things. And it was a German class from yesterday, but I was still impressed. So
yeah, I think it was like 36 people total that have taken the class. So
yeah, and I was feeling pretty good, because I was like 15th or something like that. But out of the 36 people, like a bunch of people don't even finish it. So I'm really, if you really look at the numbers, I'm really close to the last place. But it was pretty fun to have you on there embarrassing me like that, Kate. It really.
Well, it's funny because I jumped on and I already had my stack planned for today, and I was going to do a walk run, but I wasn't planning on running because I usually do my longer runs on Mondays. And so I pop on and I see who's on but Peloton people. So I was like, well, I got to see like how far he is into his class. And when I clicked in it, he was only like a few minutes. So I'm like, I'm going for it. So I jumped in and did it, but I really should have gone down a level or 2 since this is supposed to be my recovery day.
You should have run with me. You should have gotten up
on a 3. You should be walking.
And
should be power walking.
Yeah, I know. But you really should have you should have slowed it down. So
I know I should have. I get so competitive with myself though. It's hard for me to dial it back when I know that I can run faster. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I used to be that way. I don't think I'm that way anymore. But I do think I could beat Heather. I really do. I mean, on a really good day, I think maybe. If she's hurt. Are you still hurt, Heather? How's the health going?
It's on and off. I've been running about twice a week and keeping it slow and walking when I need to and just kind of listening to my body. So usually if I pick a run and I start going, I usually always start with a 10-minute warm-up walk. And within that warm-up walk, I will jog. And that is usually how I gauge if I can run that day. And if I can, then I'll go on to a walk. And if I can't, then I'll go on to a run. And if I can't, then I'll just take a walk class instead. Okay. So I've been doing that about 2, maybe 3 times a week. And every day, it just depends on how it is. And if I can feel it's in my tendon, I think it's in my left leg. And if I can feel it when I'm walking, then I absolutely don't even bother to try. But like I've actually had a couple of days off. I've been taking a lot more rest days. And that seems to be helping. I really liked your conversation you had last week with Annie and Serena. And I'm worried for Serena.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's going to make it through. But like Serena, it's really tough for her because she, I mean, that's her outlet, is exercise. And when that's taken away from you, even though, it's not permanent, that's hard. I mean, that's hard. And I think also, we're all of us that are like addicted to Peloton, we're kind of half crazy anyway, like it's just, there's just something that's probably not normal about, just wanting to work out all the time. And, but I don't know. I'm kind of like you. I'm glad you're listening to your body. That's good. So now what pace level do you train at, Heather?
I have my run set on a 5.
Okay.
But if they call for really anything more than challenging, I don't bother to do it.
Yeah. Hills
I can't do the
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if there were no hills in it, I could do level 5 all day long. But the hills, that's kind of why I go down. I end up going back down. But I love running. I mean, 5 seems fast to me. What's that?
How mean was that hill today?
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. It was like a 4% grade and right there in the middle. It was hard.
It was supposed to be an endurance run at moderate pace, Heather, then with like a couple song recovery at easy pace in the middle. And he hits us with the 4% on the recovery. Yeah. And then says,
the recovery, that's not a recovery anymore.
And then says it's not that steep. It's only 4%.
Yeah.
4% is steep for me.
Yeah.
It is. No, it is. Like the most I will run on is maybe a 2 or a 3. Once it starts getting to a 4, I feel like I have to slow down so much. I might as well be power walking up the hill. So usually if they call it like a 4, 5, or a 6, I do about half of that. I'll do a 2 or a 3. And then I'm just like, this is what you get out of me, because this is like, I would normally when I'm running outside, if I encounter, and I live in a pretty flat area. This part of Alabama is not very hilly, but I'll walk the hills. That's usually what I do. And even in races I've done that have a lot of hills, I will straight up just walk the hill because it's too much.
It's like 6 minutes long too. It was like 2 full songs, 4%. I was like, that's
look at you being all sensible. And every step of the way of this run, every step, Kate was just getting further and further and further away. So she was probably feeling great, and I was a little bit demoralized. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit. So, but anyway, okay. So now, Heather, on your walks, what are you doing? The pace target walks too, or are you still doing old walks?
Yeah, I do pace target. Yeah, I'll do pace target walks. I've been doing a lot more walking outside, especially in the morning, because our mornings have been cooler here. Mm-hmm. And I'm taking advantage of like 67, 68 degrees in the morning, which feels glorious compared to our afternoon heat. So I've been doing a lot of just walks outdoors in the morning. But yeah, I do a lot of pace target walks, and I'm not really picky. I normally go for the music choices. So that's usually my method. Is like,
what level are you walking at on your pace target walks?
5 or 6, maybe.
Okay, that's too fast for me. I can't do that. I
can't remember. I think my power walk starts at a 4.1.
See, I got to be jogging if I'm doing that pace. That's fast. That's a fast walk.
Yeah, that's fast. I mean, I can jog at like a 4.3 or a 4.4. So yeah,
I can jog at like a 3.5 if I had to. I really could be the world's slowest jogger if I wanted to. It's an art. I could do it. Okay, so yesterday I have a friend, and yes, I do have a friend, and he texted me, and one of our other common friends has moved to Virginia, and this guy's a really great biker. I mean, just a really great biker, and he's in his early 70s, by the way. And my friend texted me yesterday. He goes, "Bob's back in town," and he said he has a Peloton. So I got to give a shout out to my old dear friend Bob Dre. who was a doctor. He was a urologist. He's retired now. And so he was Dr. Dre. I always thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, he's on Peloton. And we go way, way back. Our best story together was we entered a race once together where he was the biker and I was the runner. And so I think I went out and did a 5K run. And then he did I'm going to say 30, 40 mile bike somewhere in that area. And then he came back and tagged me and I did another 5K run. So I go out in the start of this race and there was one guy who was just a really great runner from MTSU and around these parts. His name is Robert Willis. And he just kills me. And so I come in, I'm probably like third, fourth place overall. Tag Bob, guy's phenomenal biker. He takes off. So, however long it was, he comes back in and he's in first place. So he tags me. So I'm running in first now. And I got these maniacs chasing me. And for somehow we hung on and won that race. And that was really, really fun. So that's my shout out to Bob. He'll probably never hear this, but my God, it was like, he is such a good biker. And at 72, he looks so good. Like my friend sent me a picture of him and 3 other guys, one of them being my other friend. And Bob looked like he was in like way better shape than any of them. They did the 50-mile bike ride around Tennessee yesterday. And it's just like, but I thought that was kind of cool because every now and then, like some of my real biker friends are starting to get Pelotons. So I just think that's really neat. Like I used to ride on the road. I don't feel safe riding on the road. That's really the reason I don't do it anymore. I
won't do it either.
Yeah. I like being on the bike that goes nowhere. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, media of the week, guys, what do you got? Heather, you're probably just reading something. What are you reading?
I actually finished my book this morning called All Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. It's a literary fiction. It kind of follows, it's based in a small town in Missouri, and a young girl was almost kidnapped, but she was saved by a local boy, but the local boy goes missing instead. And it kind of just unfolds about the people in the town and the boy and just how it impacts a bunch of different lives. And it spans like 3 decades. It was a really, really good book. So there's a mystery in there because you're like, who took the boy? So there's like a mystery in there, and it all gets wrapped up at the end. It's really good. It's a really.
Do you average a book a week?
I'm about a book every other week. I used to be able to read a lot more. During COVID and right after, I was devouring books, like 7 to 9 books a month. And now I'm more like 2 or 3 a month. And some of that is just, I got to get off my phone and quit scrolling. I mean, that's, it's been really hard lately. Like when I was going through my divorce, when I first separated from my ex, I just had a hard time concentrating on reading and did a lot more scrolling. And I'm trying to break that habit of just sitting there mindlessly scrolling. So it's still something I'm working on. I'm trying to get back to reading, but also with reading, I fall asleep really quickly. Like it doesn't matter what time of day. It could literally be noon, and if I sit on my couch to read, I could fall asleep in 20 minutes. So part of it is.
Will you fall asleep while you're reading?
Yeah, like literally, like nod. I just did it earlier today, like around like 10:30. I was outside on my porch reading, and nodded off and woke up at 11 a.m. I was like, oh, I got to get ready. I have the podcast. So. Literally fell asleep for like half an hour outside and just it's just bad. If I lay down, I fall asleep and read. If I read, I'll fall asleep. So it's just, that's part of the reason.
Now, how about you, Kate? Have you been watching or reading anything or listening to anything this week?
So I have no time for TV. I'm up at 4 a.m. and I'm busy until 9 p.m. when I go to sleep. But I did watch, I don't know if it was this week or last week, but I watched on Netflix that Unknown Number.
Okay.
That was so good.
Have you guys watched? It's about I think the girl is about, 13 or so? Or she
13, 14 maybe when it starts.
Yeah, and she starts getting all of these crazy texts from an unknown number where they're like threatening her and telling her to, get rid of herself and all these crazy texts. And it's true. It's a true case.
Oh,
and
my.
then it plays out to where they, you find out who was sending the texts. But I won't
It's
do
crazy.
But it's
Okay,
crazy. The ending is crazy.
Okay, so this is y'all are watching and reading some weird stuff here. Like like my recommendation of the week is going to sound really funny, but I started watching this show because Jennifer's watching it. And it's called The Summer I Turned Pretty, and it's really good. It's on.
I watched that.
I've heard of it.
Prime, and it kind of reminded me of you a little bit, Kate. You know how you like always go off to summer, somewhere.
Yeah.
It kind of I did think of you for a minute, but it's a really cute little show. I thought it was really good. So anyway, okay, so let's see. Oh, Hazel, speaking of media this week, she saw the Downton Abbey movie, and which Jennifer, my wife's been wanting to go see. So I asked her how it was, and she said it was a real tearjerker and a great ending to it all. So, did y'all ever watch Downton Abbey? Did y'all watch the show?
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
No,
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've never seen it from start to finish, but my wife watches it so much. And I did go see the second movie with her and her mother, and it was great. So it's a really.
I thought it was a series.
It is a
on
series.
Netflix.
It is a series, and
But
but
they did a
they've
movie
made
too?
since it went off the air, they've made 3 movies now. So this is
Oh,
the
okay.
third and supposedly the final one. And I didn't see the first movie. The second movie was really good, and then we'll probably go see the third, I would imagine, even though we never ever go see movies. So, okay. Oh, question for you guys. Okay, here's my question of the day. If Peloton could add one brand new feature, hardware, software, or class type tomorrow, what would you want it to be and why? What do you think? I know it's a tough one.
It is.
But hey, we've got some people on Facebook that chimed in on it. So let me see if I can find some replies here. And Erica McLean, she said a Pilates reformer. I really don't even know what that is. Supposedly, I guess it's some board that you do Pilates on. So is that right?
Yeah, I've never done it personally. I've never taken a Pilates class or done Pilates reformer.
And then
I'm not really into Pilates. I've tried.
I'm neither. It's too slow for me.
Yeah.
I like yoga, but I like yoga as like a way to wind down. I don't really use yoga as like my exercise, if that makes sense. Yoga is more for my mind and for my mobility, I guess.
Yep. Serena Meyer said she'd like for them to teach classes that use a band from a wall mount or door system. And she says Bodie has classes with this equipment, and they are awesome. And she put a picture up, and it looks like, like bands, and you're attaching them to the doors, and, you can do all sorts of stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And let's see, we had a couple other comments on here. Roanna Morgan Burnell, who I have to say, I got to talk to her, because in her profile picture, she's wearing a hat made out of oranges. I kid you not. And I guess got to hear the story behind the hat made out of oranges. But she said Tai Chi classes and the ability to save classes into different groups instead of just one generic bookmark. See, that's something you could do on Domestic. You could do that, but that would be so cool if Peloton would add that. And then Tai Chi, I mean, how cool would that be? You guys are way younger than me, but when you start getting up there, Tai Chi looks pretty appealing, let me tell you. And she said her husband added that he would like to see his mileage on his watch when doing outdoor runs or rides. So
yes, it's really, especially when you're running a race, I still like to get the Peloton credit. So I'll start the Peloton Just Run, but then I also start the Apple Watch outdoor run, because
that's funny.
The Apple Watch will tell you, your pace and your average pace and all that. And I don't know why they don't have that on the Peloton app.
I know. It seemed like, didn't they have it there at the beginning when it first came out? Didn't they try to have that?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I've gotten where I don't have to have Peloton credit anymore. So that's a freedom that feels very liberating. Like, I'll lift a lot these days, and I used to do the just lift on there. And then I was like, well, that's a whole nother button to push. So I don't even do that anymore. And you know what? It really hasn't affected me that much. Let's see. Cindy Katsky said, I would like to see them add programming specifically for perimenopausal through postmenopausal women, weight training and cardio. Our bodies are not the same as they were when we were younger. They have dabbled in it a bit, such as the sprint interval training classes by Christine, but there are a lot of us out there who would use it. So I thought that's kind of I feel like they're kind of starting to do some more of that type stuff, but I think those are all really great suggestions. For me, it'd be like some sort of cable machine. I feel like in my gym space, I can do every single thing except, like I can't do the lat pull downs. There's just a few like things. If I had a cable machine, that would be really cool, like a tonal, something like that. But that would but I don't want to get a tonal because I don't want another, subscription fee. I just don't.
Yeah.
And so maybe, there's been rumor that they might come out with some weight type thing. But how about you guys? Can you think of anything you want to see added? How about you, Heather?
I don't know. I do really like the suggestion of having different have a different saved, like a bookmark thing by discipline. Because that would just free up so much more space. Because obviously, like I do go on the app sometimes and just to look at what classes have taken place, especially if I've taken like a couple of days off, or if I've been busy and haven't had a chance to see like what's been recorded and what I haven't seen. So I will go back and like look at all the classes, like the yoga, the walks, the runs, and I'll be like, oh, I want to take this one, and I go and I do like a bookmarking spree, and then I'll go back to them. But it would be nice to be able to have them in their own like grouping, I guess.
Willow, stop. Sorry about that.
I wish they would do more classes with like professional athletes. Like I know that they had Christian Vandeveld, wasn't he a cyclist? I don't know anything about cycling, but I know that he did some Peloton classes. I would love it if they could do that with like runners. I think they did a Usain Bolt, right? Didn't they do something with Usain Bolt? Yes. So like I would love it if they would do more of that, because I would love to hear more from like actual, like, not saying that our Peloton instructors are not athletes, because many of them are truly athletes, but I would love to hear from I would love to have them do classes with like Eliud Kipchoge and just a bunch of other runners. I would love if they would have on I don't know. I can't even form words anymore. So, but you know what I'm saying.
It sounds like you were doing too much reading this morning.
Oh my God. No, this is just perimenopause. I forget words now. I totally forget words. So
wow.
It completely leave my brain.
Wow.
It sucks.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like much fun. But I haven't ever been through menopause or anything, and I can't find words either. So
I can't either, but that's probably lack of sleep. So
yeah, so 4 o'clock. Now on the weekends, do you get up at 4 too, Kate?
No, but my daughter usually is up by 6.
Okay.
By some miracle, she slept till 7:30 today, which is probably less than 5 times in her life. And when she gets up, she's ready to go. It's like there's no cuddle in bed for an hour or so. It's like, let's go, So
it keeps you on your toes. Now, when you get up at 4 during the week to work out, how long are you working out before you head to work?
So usually my alarm goes off at 4, and then I try to be downstairs working out by 4:30. Okay. And then I finish by 6:30, and I'm out the house with the kids at 8.
Wow. I mean, that's hardcore, Kate. That's pretty impressive.
It's only been a few, maybe like 6 months now that I've been doing that. I used to be the night workout person all the time. Like I would work out from like 9 to 11 at night, which I still don't mind doing once in a while, but I like having it out of the way. And then, you don't have to like worry about it and think about like, I'm too tired to do this. So
If I
unfortunately
wait,
become more-
I never get it done. Never. I always have the best intentions, and I'd say 99% of the time, I do not work out at night. I got to do it. I got to do it first thing. But now it makes sense why you came like rolling past me so fast. Like you're working out 2 hours a day. That's pretty
And you
impressive.
do a lot of meditation too, right? Like you do a meditation sometimes I stalk your workout history. I'm gonna be honest. I'm always like, what is Kate doing these days? So I go and see like your workout history on Peloton. I do that sometimes.
I'm pretty
Like, what
boring.
is Kate doing? I scroll through it.
I do the same
I
schedule.
love it.
So
It's pretty
I love it.
impressive. It's pretty
I
impressive.
love it. But I see you do like a morning meditation every morning, and you usually do a warm up. You usually do a cool down of some kind. Like I love it.
Always.
I love it. It's very inspiring. I've had a couple of days off this week, and last weekend I wasn't feeling that great, so I took so I was like just taking it easy. But yeah, Friday I just was not feeling it, and then yesterday I was in a car all day, so I didn't. We left at 6 a.m. to go to Birmingham yesterday, so I didn't do any activity yesterday. And then today I was like, I just want to wake up and read and finish my book, and that's what I want to do this morning. So I'm just kind of like what Annie was talking about last week, where she just kind of is just taking a step back. That's kind of, I feel like I'm just kind of taking a step back a little bit, but at the same time, like, I want to do more, but I'm also just tired.
Yeah.
I am just,
you seem like a little low energy today. You really do. Like
I'm tired.
Yeah, I can actually tell it. But yeah, like Annie was so good last week. I'd forgotten how good Annie was. I really had. So
you don't want to be like me. Like I almost wish that there's something that will get in the way of my streak, because it really hit home listening to Annie, because I'm a lot like that. I'm not like, I don't have the book and the spreadsheet and whatnot, but I have my Peloton streak, and I'm not the type that, okay, I'm just going to do a meditation and that keeps my streak. Like if I don't do a workout, to me, that's missing my streak. Yeah. And I do have like active recovery days are supposed to be my weekends. So I usually walk and do a low impact ride and then some yoga, but I have not missed a day. I think I'm on like 1,600 days or something.
It's crazy.
And it does get in your head, because it's, I can't let myself take the break. Like even when, I took my son maybe last month to New York, and we had to leave like an early train, and I still like got up at 4 on a Saturday and got it in so that I wouldn't miss my workout. So I keep saying maybe I'll get sick one of these times and I won't be able to, but even
I was gonna say, do you not get sick? Because I get sick and I can't move. Like I had COVID back in April, and I slept for 2 days. I was in bed for literally 2 days.
Yeah, the last time I was sick, it was COVID, and it wasn't this past Christmas, but the one before. And I ran like 7 miles that day. Like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'll just sweat it out of me. But I don't get like really sick. Like, I think if I had like a high fever, I wouldn't be able to work out. Here's the pup, by the way.
Oh, so cute.
This is Milo.
Hey, Milo.
Hi.
Very cute. Does he swim?
Cute. He doesn't, but we took him in this year, and at first he was kind of a little scared of it, but once he figured it out, I think he liked it.
Yeah, I would think so. That's so cute.
That's amazing about your streak. I don't know how you do it, because I know I've gotten sick. I get sick about twice a year, it seems like. It's either COVID or the flu or bronchitis, and it knocks me out. And I just try to rest. And
I think ever since I've been working out, I haven't really gotten sick. And when I do get sick, it's very, very mild. And that's another thing in my head is like, this is keeping me healthier. I got to keep doing it.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do, to just do the 4 a.m. club and go crazy. I love it.
It's your discipline and consistency too. It's just, that shows a real dedication. And one thing you're doing really well is you're staying within those parameters. Like some people will go along and they'll do 2 hours a day, and then they'll be like, well, okay, I've been doing 2 hours now. I need to do 3 hours a day. It sounds like where to stop. You know what I mean? Like me, I've kind of dialed it back where an hour a day is about my max. Now I'm doing a lot of yard work and stuff too, so I'm doing a lot of other stuff, but that's it. I try to stop at an hour now, and I think I'm more in the Annie camp these days. I'm trying to be more sensible, than not.
2 hours does sound like a lot, but I also, like Heather was saying, I do a warm up, a cool down, a stretch, and yoga mixed in with that. So it's not like I'm doing 2 hours of like riding.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
and when I do an hour, sometimes it can drag out to 2 hours. Like I'll have my whole thing out, and I'm just piddling between classes, or while I'm lifting weights or something. So it can balloon up to 2 hours. So I get where you're coming from there, but I think your consistency is pretty impressive. I mean,
I love it. I'm jealous.
I've tried it a bunch of times. I think it's the perfect time to get up. I can't sustain it. I cannot do it. And right now I use the Whoop, and I'm just totally letting the Whoop tell me when to go to bed and when to wake up, because I really don't have to be in bed or up at any certain time anyway. And so it usually tells me to wake up anywhere between 6 to 6:45 and to go to bed like anywhere from 9:30 to 10:30. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and I really, really enjoy that. Okay, let me give a little bit of a commercial right now. So Peloton People Facebook page, come to it. We hadn't really been posting a whole bunch over there. So Kate, if you want to come on and type every instructor name in again, like, have at it. And Heather, you hadn't been posting much at all here lately, I feel like. So
no, I haven't posted anything in a while. I usually honestly, the only reason I go to Facebook is for Peloton People. Usually I find Facebook to be a complete dumpster fire.
It kind of is. I try to stay away from it too.
Yeah, especially with everything going on in the world. I really only go to Facebook these days for Peloton People and that dog rescue that I've been working with, because they post their dogs when they receive them. So I've been like watching like the dogs or whatever. So yeah, I haven't really been doing too much on Facebook, but I'm so bummed because I think I'm coming up to my 1900th walk.
Wow.
And there's just not any good times for me to take a live class. And I'm so bummed because I would love to do I'm really mostly concerned with my 2000th walk. That's the one that I will probably really try to get a shout out in. But I was just looking at my stats on, where am I at? Yeah, I just hit my last walk was 1900. I couldn't find a live class to take. And I'm just so bummed that, especially with the walks, it just seems like Maddie does one, but it's like 8 a.m. I'm working.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm wrapped up with my exercise at 8 o'clock in the morning. So.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I have my 1000th strength I'm doing tomorrow. But again, it was hard to like figure out how to do a live one. I think it's a 10-minute glutes with Ben at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
I can't believe how good a shape you girls are in. I can't get over it. Oh my goodness. Oh, my other ad. Let me get to my other ad too. So we're doing our stream now live. And so this is like the video portion of it. And then we'll still do the audio podcast. It'll probably be out on Monday mornings. But if you need a fix, right away, you can come watch this live, or this will be on YouTube. And I started a YouTube channel, which has been really fun. I mean, that's been really fun. So the name of the channel is Valhalla Farm Life. And it's also where you can find this podcast. And I did a video this past week of our Peloton space in our gym. So go check that out. If you're like me, I love looking at other people's Peloton spaces. Like Kate, I love your dungeon workout area. Heather, yours always looks very zen.
I know. I need to do more to it. I just haven't tackled it yet. This room has kind of just been like yoga mats in the corner and my treadmill and some weights. And then my old couch, not really old, it's actually brand new. It's in perfect condition from my apartment, but I didn't have anywhere else to put it. And I didn't want to get rid of it. So I just put it in this room. So that's just where it lives for right now. But hopefully when I have my dog will lay on this couch while I run on the treadmill. So that's my hope.
I think that probably will be that way. My room went through a whole bunch of, we used to live in Nashville when we started Peloton, and we just had it in a little bedroom, and it's just kind of grown and grown. And I mean, I think I've got one of the coolest Peloton spaces around. So like Kate can definitely beat the hell out of me in running, but I'm telling you, I'll throw my Peloton space against hers anytime. Although she is sitting out by the pool right now, so I lose that one also. So I could go sit in the creek, but it's just not the same.
But in the Northeast, you only get pool for maybe 5-6 weeks a year, like prime pool season.
Oh, really? Is that all?
Yeah, because it's not really hot until July and August.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I tell you, us Southerners down here, I think we kind of envy you too, because as it gets hotter and hotter, it's just miserable outside.
Yeah,
You know, I would
get to
almost.
the point where you're like, by the time August rolls around down here, I'm like, I don't want to be outside anymore. Like, I'm done. I've had my pool time. I've had my beach time. By the time August comes, I'm like, okay, can we speed this up? Let's get hurricane season over with. Let's move on to October.
I mean, at least here, you know, last week, I guess everybody had a pretty nice last week, but you know, then it started getting hotter again, but at night here, it's still kind of cool, which is nice. I like it when it's cool at night. Let's see. Goals. What kind of goals do you have? Like last time I talked to you, Kate, you were running a half marathon like every other month or something like that. Do you still have anything crazy like that you're doing?
I finished that. I did one a month for a year, and
Okay.
now I don't really have anything big planned. I have 2 5Ks, which I crazily scheduled for the same weekend, so Saturday and Sunday in October. And then I have a 5-mile turkey trot in November.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Now, what are you going to try to win your age group in the 5K? What's the goal there?
The second 5K, I won my age group last year, so I'd have to defend my title there. But I had my PR there. It was like a 23:47 or something. And I just don't think I can run that fast again.
I think you will be. You've been running well, you know.
I have, but ever since Pace Targets, I haven't been running really fast, because before Pace Targets, I was really pushing it on every single run, like to my limit. And Pace Targets have dialed that back for me, which is a good thing.
I think it's going to help you. I think you're going to find your faster.
I've been doing that like fast running. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
As long as you hadn't lost your endurance, you're going to be fine. You're actually probably going to be faster, you know, because, you know, we all train too hard. And that's one thing Pace Targets really do is reel you back in. So how about you, Heather? What kind of goals you got? At one time, I think last time I talked to you, you had a marathon in your future. Did that get shelved, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm still technically signed up for the marathon in December, but there's no way I can do that. I haven't been able to train consistently with this injury, so I'm probably not going to do it at all. And I think I'm actually going to host a Christmas party at my new house this year, that same weekend. So I think I'm just going to take it as a loss, and then I would love it. I'm going to have to see how my dog likes walking and running, but I would love it if I could run maybe a little bit with my new dog. It just depends. Some dogs don't like it. Some dogs are lazier. So it kind of just depends. Obviously, I'm not going to make a dog run if they do not enjoy it.
That's nice. That's good.
But if he likes it, I would love to take him running with me while it's cooler. There's a 10K that I do every year here since I've moved here. So I've done it 2 years in a row. It's in the spring, and I would love to do it again. I think it's in March. I want to say it's in like middle of March. So maybe in March, I would love it if maybe him and I could do it together. And if we can't do the 10K, maybe we do the 5K together. Yeah, I would like to just do more stuff with my dog. And yeah, I'm kind of taking a pause from the big fitness goals right now, and just kind of taking every day as it comes. You know, my got a promotion at work, and I've been really busy with work, and, you know, moved into a new house and been getting my house ready, and now adding the dog to the mix. So I've just had a lot of change, and just kind of need time to find out where fitness and my goals kind of fit in with everything. So
that makes sense. Now, let me ask you guys this. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, what season do you enjoy Pelotoning the most? Like spring, summer, winter, fall? What's your favorite season to specifically Peloton? But I guess exercise in general. Like, what's your season? How about you, Kate? You're
I
so
guess
consistent, it probably doesn't matter for
I guess
you.
I like summer because we're up in Maine for 3 weeks
Uh-huh.
and I can finally run outside.
Okay.
Because when I'm working, I can only run on the tread. And
Okay.
so, even though it's really, really hot, it's nice to run out there because we're right on the beach. So I can run on the beach and it's just beautiful. So I'm going to have to go with summer.
How about you, Heather?
I would say summer, but for indoor reasons because I have the treadmill during the worst part of our humidity and our heat. So I like the Peloton because I can still run or walk and be really consistent despite the weather.
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
think for me it's fall, and the reason it's just the smell of fall. I guess I was a cross country runner for years and years, and it was just always that smell and that crispness in the air, and the marching band playing in the background somewhere, and I mean it was just like all those things, and I still get jazzed up when the weather gets a little cooler, even though I don't even run outside anymore. Very rarely. I love the fall season. I think it's my favorite season to begin with anyway. So is summer your favorite?
The foliage where you are or no?
Yeah. We get some really cool foliage. Now you guys, is your favorite season summer anyway? Like, is that your favorite?
Fall.
Not to work out, but just your favorite season.
Fall is my favorite.
Okay. How about you, Heather?
I'm a summer girl.
Okay.
I would say I get really excited for summer every year. I get really excited when it's pool season, when it's beach season, when we have a little bit more light outside. But I will say it does wear on me. My birthday is at the end of July. So usually by the time my birthday is over with, I'm ready to pack it up. I'm like, okay, move on. But here in Alabama, especially lower Alabama, we still have hot weather through all of September.
Yeah.
And even in October, it's hot. Like I remember, bless you. I remember trick-or-treating. I went trick-or-treating with my friends and her kids, and I wore like a big bear costume, like one of those like onesies. I was sweating to death because it was like 80 degrees and humid, and we were walking around, and we walked like 2 miles, and I was literally soaked in sweat underneath the bear costume. So it's still hot here into October, and to me, fall doesn't really start here until November. So
Now, are there any pictures of the bear costume?
I think I have like 1 or 2, maybe. Yeah,
You should really post that on the Facebook group. You really should.
It's a cute little like bear costume. I just bought it to wear around, but I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I'm gonna have to find something that I won't sweat in next year. But my neighborhood that I live in now is actually where I went trick-or-treating last year, not realizing I was going to buy in this neighborhood. And this neighborhood goes all out for Halloween. I mean, it's nuts. So I will probably stay home this year and sit outside and hand out candy. And I'm going to have to go to like Sam's Club to buy candy because it's going to be, they have hundreds of trick-or-treaters, hundreds.
We get zero. We get zero trick-or-treaters where I live. I mean, not a one.
No, I'm excited.
I'm sure you've ever gotten one. So
I love fall, and I do love fall. I love baking. I love scary movies, but I watch scary movies all year long. So I don't only watch them in the fall, but I love fall. I love scary movies. I love baking. I love soup season, football. Like I do love it all, but I also am just a summer girl at heart. I feel better when I have a tan.
Now, neither of you guys have the rower, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because Peloton did a triathlon yesterday. Did you guys hear about that?
I had major FOMO for that because I really wanted to participate in that, but I don't have the rower.
Anderson was here this weekend, and he was talking about doing it, but he overslept. But I thought he might try it. I think I might do it, but I didn't do it live though. But it would be kind of fun to try that. So anyway, it's for those that aren't familiar with it. It's Matt Wilpers taught it. It's a 30-minute row and then a 30-minute bike and then a 30-minute run class. So kind of neat. I thought that was cool.
I'd have to do that at my gym because my gym has a rower and my gym has a bike. Obviously not Peloton branded, but
right.
I would have to do it at the gym to do it.
And going on with news, I'll go pretty quick here because we're actually only going to be an hour today, which is amazing. I could talk to you guys for like 5 hours.
I
Probably
could go
good.
on
I have a limit today. But Kathy Yoakum, who's been a guest before, She just bought a Bike Plus this past week. And I think she got it off the new Peloton used site. So, which is really neat if you hadn't gone in there and looked at it. I don't even remember the link or anything, but the really neat thing about it, it tells you the exact history of the bike. Like it'll tell you how many rides have been on it or how many runs on the treadmill. So you kind of really have a great idea of what you're getting. And I don't think there's any warranties or stuff involved with it, though. That's the only thing that would kind of make me a little nervous. But it is super nice that you can kind of see the history on there. So I think that's where she bought hers. And and I want to talk to somebody who's done one of those run club events. So if you know anybody or have listened to anybody like this, you know, that kind of thing would be really neat to see. So I would love to see that. So here we go. We got a comment from Daniel DePippa, actually. Hey, Daniel, how are you? So we actually have somebody watching us.
Yeah, cool. Hi, Daniel.
And he says, can y'all see the chat on your thing?
I don't think so.
No, I don't see it.
I'm still kind of new on this, so I don't really know so much. Here we go. I put it on the screen. So it says, does Heather run so much because she has seen so many horror movies and she's trying to make sure she can outrun Jason or Michael Myers?
Yes. I don't be able to survive the horror movies.
I think the only one that's surviving the horror movies in this group is probably Kate, because she runs like way faster than Heather and I. So
yes, she does.
And really, Heather, all you got to do is be able to run faster than me, and you know it's going to take at least a little while for me to get killed. So I think you guys are safe if you run with me. That's why I always feel good when I'm hanging out with my dad. You know, I was like, you know, if a bear comes up on us or something, you know, all I got to do is be able to run faster than him, and my dad is not fast at all. So you know, anyway. Okay, so hey Daniel, good to see you, buddy. Let's see here. Where was I? So anyway, the run club stuff that they do in New York and London. I would love to talk to somebody that's done one of those, because I think that kind of sounds kind of fun to go out and run with a Peloton instructor.
Yeah, I would wish they would do that more than like around different cities. Like, obviously they're not going to come down here, but they could come to New Orleans, which would be probably the closest major city to me, and that's about 3 hours.
Birmingham's a big time city.
Yeah, Birmingham, maybe that's 3.5 hours. I think New Orleans is maybe 3 from me. I think I'm a little closer to New Orleans. I haven't been since I was a child. I need to get back there, but yeah, I would love it if they would do more events, but go to like other cities. But living in Alabama, no one comes to Alabama.
Well, Nashville, luckily we do. And then Kate, how long is the train ride to New York for you, Kate?
Like an hour and a half.
So see, you could actually go do one of those.
I really want to actually take a Peloton class, but it's just impossible to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to wait list and then hope you get on there.
Right, and I don't have it in me to sit there and refresh. You know, I've been to the studios, but I haven't taken a class there.
Now we're going to rip through a little bit of news real quick. Speculation on third-party integrations for sleep and recovery. So, Heather, you're Garmin now, right? Am I saying that right? Garmin?
Yep. I'm Garmin now. I jumped ship from Fitbit.
And there's speculation like Garmin's going to be one of those integrations. And you know, I would love to see. You know, I'm a Whoop guy, so I would love to see a Whoop integration as well. Are you, Kate? Are you using something else, or are you just using the Apple Watch?
Just Apple Watch.
Yeah. So I mean, there could be some integrations there, but I really take all that recovery and sleep pretty fairly seriously. You know, it really does affect how I attack my day. So I like it. I hope they do go down that road. The only reason I was thinking maybe it was more going to be more Whoop, because they used a word that Whoop uses a lot, and I can't even remember what the word was now, but it was something that really Whoop uses. It's kind of like their health age score thing, and which my age has been coming down, guys. I just want you to know. Yes, I'm getting more gray, but my age is actually coming down. Okay, Peloton adds return fees on home trial program. So previously you could try to Peloton for 30 days, and if you didn't like it, they'd come get it, no questions asked, and boom, you were out of Peloton if you wanted to be. But now they've added a fee if you send that back. So the bike and the Bike Plus, $150. So if you didn't like your bike or Bike Plus, that's the return fee. The tread and the Tread Plus and the rower, all $250. The rower, I don't understand why that's so much, because the rower is easy to move around. It really is. But the Tread Plus, I mean, it should be $1,000 fee. That thing is impossible to move. I mean, I pity anybody that has to move that thing. So.
Even the regular Tread, I've moved it now. It moved from my Florida house to my Alabama apartment, and then from my Alabama apartment to my Alabama home.
Mm-hmm.
So I've moved this thing 3 times. My boyfriend, actually, I told him, I said, you should go into business because you have now broken down and put it back together. You could charge a fee to put Peloton treadmills together, because he's an expert at it now.
That's awesome. Yeah, we moved ours quite a few times too. So
they're a pain. Every time we have to take it apart, I'm like, yeah. Every time we do it, I'm just like, please work, because every time you move it and have to take it apart, you risk that you won't be able to get it going again.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Katie Wang and Andy Spear are teaming up for row and tread boot camps. They're doing like the 2-for-1s. And so, Katie just does rows. So she's going to the tread, and Andy just does tread. So he's going to the row for a little bit. So I think one of those is already out, and then the other one's coming up. So do
you think they're soft launching for Katie to come to the tread and Andy to go to the row as instructors?
I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. It's
because we're about to lose Selena for a little while, because she's having twins.
Yeah, she did an Instagram post that said her doctor suggested her not to run
that's
for the
smart.
rest of her pregnancy, and she said she runs like 3 to 8 miles a day. My
sister's still running, and she's got to be in her 2nd trimester now, and she's still fully running very fast.
Were you a runner, Kate, back when you were having kids?
I ran a little bit. Nothing crazy when I was pregnant with my first, and then I just kind of gave up on it until a couple of years ago.
Okay. So you're pretty new back to the sport, aren't you?
Yes. Just started probably I think it was August of 2022 when I got my tread.
Wow. Okay. You've come a long way really, really quickly. Once again, I'm embarrassed to be in your presence.
No, stop.
No, I love it. It's so inspiring to me. I love it. I love watching everything you do and seeing how far you go and how fast you are. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can just take kind of the rest of the year pretty easy and then come back to running in January. That's really my goal, is just keep doing these slower runs 2 to 3 times a week as feels good, only if it feels good, and then kind of dip my toe back into it more seriously in January. So that's my plan.
And we're getting ready to run out of time, but just real quick, team features are getting better all the time. There was an article about that this week, and you can now chat within your team group. You can do class recommendations. You can see all sorts of stats and stuff there. It's actually getting kind of neat on that. So, but anyway, I hate to cut this off so short today, ladies, but y'all have been awesome. Like I said, I could talk to you for 1,000 hours. Daniel, thanks for showing up. It's good to see you. We had a couple other people watching too. I'm not sure who else was here. Anderson might have been lurking. He's just right through the door over there. Hey, AK, if you're watching, you want to come in and say hi? Let me see if he comes in.
Didn't he just have a birthday?
No, anniversary.
I don't think so.
Anniversary. That's right. It was anniversary.
Yeah, anniversary's today. His anniversary's today.
Oh, that's right. I saw Nikki made a post. It was very sweet.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
So tell the internet
Good to see
world.
What to tell the internet world.
Anderson's my YouTube coach, by the way. So I'm up to 23 subscribers, guys. So I'm setting the world on fire. We had some people staying here this weekend who were TikTokers, and I was talking to them this morning as they were leaving right before he came on, and the girl had 22,000 followers on TikTok, and I go, well, I've got 23 YouTube subscribers. So I don't think she was impressed, and then her boyfriend, he had 13,000.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
get her to feature the farm on her TikTok.
Yeah.
All over. She did. She put it all over on her thing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Post that I'll post her information on the Facebook group, and then you can go on and see even more farm stuff. So
Yeah, I don't have TikTok, but if she puts it on Instagram, I would look at it.
yeah, I don't.
I don't need it.
You can see what.
You should repost it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can. Anderson says I can repost.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do anything. I hate Instagram, but I'm trying to learn how to use it. But I just don't really like it that much.
I love Instagram.
Yeah, I know you're all over Instagram, and you guys both do like Facebook stories, and are you Instagram too, Kate?
I'm more Instagram than Facebook. It just reposts to both.
Yeah.
I just repost. Yeah, on Facebook.
But see, I just see the Facebook stories because I don't know, for some reason Instagram doesn't really like me that much.
I share a lot more on my Instagram. I'm very private on Facebook because there's lots of family. I have work people on my Facebook, but I don't have any work people on my Instagram. So my Instagram's private. So I'm very much more open, much more me on my Instagram. My Facebook is kind of like very
guarded.
Yeah, it's very guarded.
Gotcha. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming to hang out with me today. Next week we'll be up sometime on Sunday. I don't know who it'll be, but we'll figure it out. I'll post on the Facebook group when it'll be. It's always going to be live, so you can come hang out, ask questions, like Daniel did the crazy question. But whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll just take it as it comes. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Kate, you just running today. So bye-bye. Oh, after you guys leave, don't leave right away. Okay. And it'll finish uploading. So see you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.